These 9 things are things you should never be doing for a man in a relationship. Now, a lot of these things are done subconsciously, so without you even realizing it, but you won't realize until it's too late. Now, the last one might really shock you, and it's going to really open your eyes. So I want you to stick with me. Every episode, I sit here and I talk to you about love, about relationships, about feminine energy. And honestly, I've noticed some patterns, things that we do to prove our love, to prove our loyalty to a man. But instead of strengthening the connection, these actions are actually hindering the love that this man has towards us. These actions are the same actions that are pushing him away, that are making him take you for granted. Overall, they're just completely ruining the attraction. Right now, I know that you're probably multitasking. You're probably watching this on your laptop whilst you're scrolling TikTok on your phone, and you also have Netflix running in the background. If you are doing this, then I want you to stop whatever you are doing. I want you to give me your full attention, and just remember, you clicked on this episode because you genuinely want to take control of your love life. You want to find your dream man, and you want to be the highest version of yourself. You want to be your own dream woman. So stick around because it's all coming up right now. Hi, welcome back to The Vibration Vault. My name is Alia Zare. I help women all over the world navigate their love life in a more feminine way. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, make sure to subscribe to stick around. Okay, let's begin. So first things first is you cannot become the female version of him. We are not designed to be a man's mirror. You are individual and unique enough to just be yourself. One of probably the biggest mistakes that I see women make is completely mold themselves into a double of their partner. Suddenly, the things that he's interested in are now one of your biggest interests. Suddenly, his hobbies become your hobbies. Suddenly, his favorite restaurant is now, you guessed it, your favorite restaurant. You're just adapting to his life completely. Now, like I said, a lot of the time this is done subconsciously, so you might not even realize that you're doing it, but it's up to you to be aware and self-aware that you are doing this and snap out of it, because this is exactly how you lose your feminine energy within your relationship. You lose your voice, you lose your sparkle. Remember, a woman in her feminine energy knows that her uniqueness is what makes her completely irreplaceable. The next thing is don't hide your intellect. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, dumb yourself down to make him feel more comfortable or to make him feel more knowledgeable or masculine. If a man is intimidated by your intelligence, then it's a reflection of his insecurities. Downplaying your intellect is only going to lead to resentment later down the line. The right man is going to cherish and engage with your brilliance. He's not going to feel threatened by it. And remember, a high value man doesn't want to just be physically stimulated. He also wants to be mentally and intellectually stimulated in order to deepen that connection and bond that you both have together. Don't become his second mum. You are not his caregiver. You are not his caretaker. You are his life partner. If you are constantly cleaning up after him, you are washing his dirty boxers and his dirty gym clothes, eventually it's just going to drain your energy. A grown man in his healthy masculine energy will be able to take care of his own responsibilities. And actually, a man who truly loves you in his masculine energy won't want to see you, his beautiful, gorgeous wife or wife-to-be, princess, queen, doing those dirty tasks. I know with my partner, if I ever get up to do the dishes, he runs after me and he's like, no, you please go and sit down. You are too beautiful to be doing these tasks. I don't want you to do these tasks. Now, that doesn't mean that you completely don't do anything to do with housework in the home, especially if you live together, but don't make it your sole responsibility. It is not supposed to be an obligation. Remember, let him fall in love with your heart. Don't allow him to just fall in love with your hand. Don't put your dreams on hold. Compromise in a relationship is necessary, but putting your dreams on hold is not. Never, ever, ever put your personal goals aside to favor him. The right man will cheer you on. He's going to encourage your growth and enhance your growth. He's not going to stifle it. Your man will always support your dreams and will always enhance them. Now, the next one is don't avoid conflict. So many women avoid conflict in relationships because they want to keep the peace in their relationship. And I completely get that. However, whilst you're keeping the peace in your relationship, you're causing so much turmoil within your own mind. So the peace in your relationship is at the expense of what? Your mental health? I struggle to believe that that is a fair trade, ever. That is exactly how you lose your feminine energy. Well, it's a one-way ticket to completely lose your voice, to lose your opinions, to lose who you are, what you stand for, and what you believe in. Every single conflict or disagreement that I've had with my partner has been handled with standards and boundaries. So we have standards that we've never ever called each other anything outside of our name. We've never raised our voice at each other. We've never sworn at each other or used derogatory names to each other or brought up any secrets or anything that was told in confidence during a disagreement. Conflict in a relationship can actually bring you closer. It should be about you both learning how to love each other and how to be better for one another. Next thing is to not fully rely on him financially. Financial independence isn't just about money, it's about security and it's about freedom. So even if you are married and you're watching this and your partner is a provider, or maybe you're in a relationship and you do want a provider husband, then it's okay for him to financially provide, but with the time that you have, use that to enhance your own career. Use that to enhance your own money. Now, that doesn't mean that the money you make, you have to contribute and share within your relationship, because in my culture and my beliefs is that my money is my money and his money is also my money. Just make sure you are not wasting your potential, wasting the knowledge you have to share. So if that means starting a YouTube channel, starting a TikTok, or carrying on your career in your corporate job, then so be it. Do it. Keep your independence. The reason for this is because sometimes men, unfortunately, use money as a sense of power and control over you. And although you might love him now, you never know how people are going to turn on you, and you just never want to put yourself in a vulnerable situation. A woman in her feminine energy never does. The next thing is do not excuse bad behavior ever. Love should never come at the expense of your self-respect. If he lies, if he cheats, if he disrespects you, stop making excuses for him. Your self-love should always come first. The reason for this is, whilst you're making excuses for him, you're altering your belief system subconsciously on what you need to tolerate in order to be loved. This is so damaging in the long run. Yes, you don't see it initially, the effects of it initially, but over time you're going to lose your feminine energy. You're going to lose your standards. Your standards become warped. The next thing is don't ever isolate yourself. Always maintain your connections outside of your relationship. This is going to give you a sense of identity. It's going to give you your uniqueness and your individuality. Your life should not solely always revolve around him. Keep your own circle strong. Now, I actually found this very difficult because I moved country to live with my partner. Me and my partner started off long distance. So keeping connections with my friends and keeping connections with my family, initially, I found really difficult, especially in the beginning preliminary stages when I was trying to build my relationship with my partner. But the right partner will encourage you to spend time with family and friends. So an example of that in my relationship was that my partner booked for my girlfriend and I, my girlfriend who lives in Dubai, to meet in Santorini and spend a girls' trip together in Santorini. Every single month, he books my flights so I can go and see my parents. And he does this without me having to ask. He does this to encourage me to maintain those relationships. This is what a man in his healthy masculine energy will do for you. These standards do exist and they are available for you. Now, the last one is probably the most important and serious one of them all. Don't agree to intimacy that you're simply not comfortable with. Now, subconsciously, this can happen when you're a woman with low self-esteem. Maybe you're lacking confidence. Maybe you've gained a few extra pounds, or maybe your acne is flaring up and you're just not the same confident woman that you usually are. When you don't feel confident and he can sense that you don't feel confident, you are more susceptible to sexual advances from your partner. You start to put his needs before your own. Now, sometimes this is even hard to admit, so you might be sat here watching this thinking, yeah, I am feeling really insecure right now, but I definitely don't do that. Now, this takes real self-reflection and real self-awareness. You have to be able to do that in order to accept it, change it, and move on. When you don't feel good about yourself, you automatically go into this people-pleasing mode, because if you can please someone else, that's going to make you feel good about yourself. But that feeling is very short-lived and can actually, in the long run, have the opposite effect on you and make you feel even worse about yourself. Never let a man guilt you into being sexual with him or engaging in sexual activities with him that you genuinely don't feel comfortable with. You have nothing to prove. You are a goddess, and I promise you, you are perfect just the way you are, and men will see you how you see yourself. Never, ever, ever speak about your insecurities to your partner, because now that's all he's going to see. Before you brought it up, he doesn't see what you see. All he sees is this goddess of a woman that he's obsessed with. So if you bring up your insecurities, it's going to diminish his attraction towards you, and then you will only have yourself to blame. So if you made it this far, I really want to say thank you so much, and I love you. If you are someone watching this, and maybe you're a bit more experienced, maybe you're a bit older, and you can share with the younger women watching this what experiences you have been through too, and maybe add to the list of things that you would not do for a man and the reasons why, and then we can all learn and share together. So that is a wrap for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, like I said, please make sure to leave a comment about your experiences, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. So I love you. Mwah. Bye.